God damn, I about flipped my dick off. Just
Hello and welcome everybody to the third episode of the Elbows Up podcast, the Bottles and Throttles podcast, the only podcast where you can join in on iRacing. You can join in on the live Twitch stream. You can join in, calling in on Discord, or you can just sit there and listen and do nothing. It's all up to you. You can do whatever the hell you want. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Opencast or Overcast.
we're on stuff we don't even know what it is.
SoundCloud. Probably going to be on Spotify here soon. We're a lot of places. But mainly, right now, we are
We're
live.
number one in your hearts.
That's right, number one in your hearts. Right now, we are live on iRacing in a hosted lobby that anybody can join. Tonight, we're running Midgets at the baddest bull ring in Indiana, Kokomo Speedway. Elbows up at Kokomo. Hashtag GYATK is the lobby name. Anybody can join up and race with us. We're going to have a whole lot of fun, for sure. Billy's even got a setup that he might share with you if you pay us enough money.
I'll share. Yeah. Hey, I'll share it. I'll share it with everybody but AJ, because I'm sick and tired of losing to AJ, and that's just fact. I don't even care. I'm not even gonna try to hide it. I'm over it. We run a fixed league on Mondays, and he whoops my ass by like a lot, and it just really just pisses me off because he's not better than me.
Ladies and gentlemen, my teammate and co-host, Billy Rowley. Billy, welcome to the show.
Yeah. I mean, if you got to know who I am already. I mean, I'm that guy. I like to, I like to piss people off. Apparently, that's like my place in that's like my place in racing.
We all knew that, though. We all knew that. But
Well,
who cares?
yeah.
Who cares about the people you piss off anyway? Honestly.
Well, I mean, most of them I don't. There's a few of them that like I actually genuinely are like, okay, let's not be a piece of shit.
Well, that's.
But
new.
I mean, well, it is. You get old and things just start to happen. But I made everybody. I don't know. I made a bunch of people mad. I guess last week during the Indy race, the Indy Midget race, which was awesome, by the way. It was one of the best races I've honestly seen all year, and possibly the Wednesday night was the best midget racing I've seen in like 2 years.
We will get to all of that. But it is important that everybody know that Billy is here and he does piss people off, and that's why he's on the damn show, because we're just having fun with it.
Yeah. Well, I always had that reputation.
Yeah. Well. But like we said, the main thing, we're live on iRacing at Kokomo Speedway. If you don't have iRacing, you can find us live Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/thetunacan79 or twitch.tv/gameofjobs. That's where we are streaming live. You can join in the chat. You can also join in the Elbows Up Discord, where we will actually take calls tonight with some opinions, I do believe. That's the plan anyway. The plan is
the plan
to take calls tonight, and you can. Anybody in the Elbows Up Discord can join in the conversation. We'll pull you in to the Discord, and you can have your say on the topic that we are choosing to speak on. So right now I can't race because my damn computer keeps going into windowed mode, and I've not figured out how to freaking fix that. So
keybinds. I got mine to work keybinds. I'm all about swapping back and forth to that keyboard. Yeah, it's a big deal. But yeah.
So I think we kind of foreshadowed it a little bit. Maybe we should start off with the big race from last week, and of course I'm talking about the Brickyard 400, baby, the main NASCAR. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that was stupid.
We're talking about the little race in the infield of Turn 3.
Which I guarantee had more people see it than the NASCAR race did on Monday.
Live, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
not on television, but, at the facility.
maybe on television too, because they played that race like 4 times this weekend.
On what?
Like on NBC Sports.
Did they really?
It was on NBC Sports Friday at 6 p.m. Yes, it was.
Okay.
And then, like, during the rainouts, they were like, what do we play? So they just kept playing the midget race over and over again.
When the hell did they get any brains? I mean, that's an excellent idea.
Well,
what happened?
Well, they got the brains around the same time they decided to put a dirt track in Indy and was like, oh, yeah, people will come to see this shit.
Well, yeah, but that's Indianapolis. We're talking about a completely separate entity with NBC.
I'm pretty sure people would pay a lot of money to go watch, like, I don't know, goats flog themselves or something at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So I don't really think, but either way, I digress. But yeah, it was on TV, I think 3 or 4 times. I'm out of few.
Huh. Well, that's good.
Yeah, and I guess I didn't get a chance to see it, but I saw like bits and pieces, and it seemed like a really good broadcast. So, I mean, good for them, especially if it gets more people involved in midget racing, which I really think that this weekend that race did. Robin Miller wrote an article about it in Racer, or on Racer Magazine's website or whatever, and he said talking to some of the NASCAR people, the only thing they didn't like was how much exposure it was getting. Because it was an awesome race. It was a cool event, and I hope that it seems like they're gonna do it next year as well. So I think we're in luck, which it needs to be back. I think it was good for all of midget racing. It sucked that what happened on Thursday. I mean, I get why they had to. I just don't necessarily agree with the way that it was done, and I'm not gonna like beat a dead horse over it, because if you follow me on Twitter, you know what happened. There was just a lot of miscommunication, and I think that if the one takeaway from the entire deal, the one takeaway needs to be transparency with. I'm big on transparency. Like, if something's gonna go different or something's gonna go wrong, and I paid money to see it, tell me. You know, make sure that people know what's going on. Make sure that people, you know, I talked to a few drivers, and I'm not going to name them.
Let's not put the cart before the horse here. Let's talk about the actual event that you're speaking on itself.
Okay, well,
because it was Wednesday night, which went flawlessly.
Wednesday was unreal. The racing there was damn near perfect. I mean, it was like White Castles everywhere. It was just sliders all over the place, and it was awesome. You could run the bottom, you could run the top, you could even run through the middle in a lot of places.
3, 4 wide. I mean,
yeah, on a 5th mile racetrack, and that to me was. I was worried. I was like, oh god, Indy indoors all over again. And then once you see midget out on it, you're like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. And the racing proved to be amazing, which had to have been a very big weight off of USAC's shoulders and the speedways, because you don't build a racetrack and then pour concrete walls around it and go, oh shit, we need to make this thing bigger. But I know they were talking about running sprint cars. The initial plan was that was going to be the opener of Sprint Week, but I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad that they made it to where it's just going to be a midget show, and it seems like they're going to just run it next year too. I personally think they should run it every Thursday night and put it on NBC Sports. Wink, wink. You know, kudos to you know, the old school Thursday Night Thunder at Ventura. More badass dirt midget racing. So, you know, if ESPN or somebody out there is listening, fucking do that. You'd make a bunch of money.
Well, you know, they tried that at 16th Street Speedway, and it worked fantastically. So why would they do that?
Up. Because that 16th Street Speedway was fantastic, but it was a joke.
Well, I mean,
16th Street Speedway was an absolute joke because it was nothing more than a way for Tony George to get Ed Carpenter lapped in a midget. And that's
it was a huge event. Like, I mean, like, it was a big deal in midget racing. Son of a bitch, I'm on my head again.
Well, it was a big deal, and it.
Yeah, I mean, you thought I was being sarcastic. I was actually.
I did. Well, I mean, no, the 16th Street Speedway could have been good, but people didn't support it. I think the problem was bad area, Thursday nights, and the racing really wasn't that good. It was kind of one lane.
Well,
It wasn't near as good as what this was. Not even close.
well,
Not
no,
even.
no, I agree there. But like you were talking, we did a lot of talking about talking.
Yep.
The plan was to talk about the issue that the guys run into Thursday night, because this was set up to run in a Chili Bowl format.
Yep.
Okay. Wednesday night, like we said, went flawlessly. Now, realize that we are dealing with a lot of water in Indiana. I mean, we have been saturated heavily for weeks and weeks and weeks. And actually, it rained even harder and more after this event completed itself on Thursday. So, I mean,
Yep.
it's been non-stop. But on Thursday, the track was not in fantastic shape as it comes to saturation, and the show took a little longer to run than was expected and was cut short.
Well, and I mean, there wasn't. This is where the problem, I think, a lot of. Yeah, it was cut short, but congrats to Zeb Wise for the first feature win at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on dirt. That's something that he's gonna look back on when he's like, multi-time USAC champion, because the kid's really good. And for that to be one of your first wins in USAC, he won Atlanta. To be one of your first wins in USAC as the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's cool as hell. But Zeb ran extremely well, along with a lot of guys. But the issue on Thursday for me was, I saw that they had posted on Twitter and they said it there, that they were going to, if it started before 9 o'clock, I don't remember exactly what it was, but they were going to run D mains and E mains and C's and B's name. Well, then it turned into, we're going to run, they were going to skip the E, which, okay. Then they were going to skip the D, and then there was a video that got released at like 9:30. That got released at like 9:30 from USAC that stated that they were cutting the rest of the program, and it was just going to be qualifiers and features. Well, the way that it was but nobody. I texted a couple people that were there, and they were like, "Yeah, we just found out before we rolled out for the qualifier." And I'm like, "Well, that kind of throws a monkey wrench into things." And so I mean, it did make some guys have to get up on the wheel harder. David Budrus went from 60th in points to locking in the show, so that was cool. Good for what I would call a local guy that runs midgets up in Wisconsin. But there wasn't too much. There wasn't really many surprises, and I guess you just know that that's a thing. But there was a few guys that said they just found out before the qualifiers, but nobody in the stands knew. And, I didn't go to the race, but I paid to watch it on pay-per-view. And I don't feel cheated because of the race. The race was well worth the money. But I felt cheated because it was like, that track had perfect potential to see a guy like Zach Dahlm go from the back of the D up to the A. Or we missed out on some drama, I think, and that frustrated me, to be honest with you. But the non-communication to people, that kind of got me, because they didn't announce it until after. They didn't announce it till after the qualifiers were over, or before the last one was rolling out. I mean, I know your hands are tied, and I just wish they would have said something to everybody there at 9:30 when they knew. If they didn't know, they didn't know.
Yeah.
But if they posted it on Twitter, they knew. And there was a couple other teams that even announced it, but then there was some that had no clue until they were like on the grid for the qualifier. So, I definitely don't think that the race got tarnished by any stretch. I mean, I did that night, but thinking about it, and I talked to a couple people at USAC about it, and it was just kind of, they understand where I'm coming from, and I understand where they're coming from. So it's, and I mean, I'm, in the grand scheme of things, I'm nobody, so my opinion really doesn't matter. But it I just wanted him to hear it from a fan perspective of, you know, and it's got nothing to do with USAC. If this was the World of Outlaws, if it was the All Stars, it'd be the same thing. But what I did say though is that the fan or driver understanding was because it was an Indy. If this happened at Putnamville or Kokomo, there would have been mutiny. So I mean, it's kind of, I think there's a great base for next year. I think it's going to be an even better event. And Doug Bowles has already said numerous occasions since then, they learned a lot. They think, you know, like the bathroom situation was different. The cost situation was honestly pretty bad. It was, you know, it would cost you over $100 to go see the race both nights. These are short track people. It's not, you know, you gotta cater to your audience. Yeah. But by the same token, though, they did prove that if you put on a big event, people will pay to go see it.
Yeah, you know, the I guess you would say reserve seating was a sellout, right?
Oh yeah, they sold that out. You couldn't, but you also could not buy a pit pass without a general admission ticket. Like if you just walked in. There wasn't any crew pit stands, which kind of sucked. I guess because there just wasn't enough places to view the racetrack. But that's all growing pains. That's logistical stuff that will get better over time.
You can't identify all the problems you'll have until you actually do it.
No, and I think they did a fantastic job. They put the right people. Oh, that guy threw a big old slider. They threw everybody at it. That they put everybody in the right spots. Kokomo is known for track prep. Have them do it. They shaped the track right. It looked good. It raced even better than it looked. So all in all, huge success. I think it's going to be a big event for the next few years. Congrats to Brady.
Brady Bacon, the winner, took over on lap 31 and led to its completion. He was Brady Bacon, Chad Bowden, Kevin Thomas Jr. Your top three there. Tyler Courtney was fourth, and Christopher Bell climbed from 17th to 5th. He was the hard charger in the race.
I also have a bone to pick with Brady Bacon because he passed KT and I just had to make sure everybody knew. He passed KT and that cost me a case of beer.
Yeah, which is, one of those things. I don't think, since some people didn't get to run the alphabet soup, I don't think the beer bet should stand. And everybody knows. Anybody that's ever had a bet with me knows that all bets are null and void if I lose. So
well, I feel what's fair. I feel what's fair is we combined owe one case of beer.
I agree. I think that's fair. I mean, it is Jacob Wilson.
See, but here you also got to think like I do. We'll take over a case of beer and then we're just gonna drink it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a fantastic idea. He's got to share.
Right. I'm gonna go. Well, it'll be a good time. It always is a good time. Maybe we'll deliver that to him. I'll bring that up to him at the 4 Crown. Because 4 Crown's coming up, and that makes me happy.
Did the track get rough, or did I just like totally get my midget out of sorts here?
You might have gotten your midget out of sorts, but it does get a little rough up on the. It does get a little rough. I mean, it's not bad.
Are you really not going to send me that setup?
How you're literally running the same speed as me, so no.
I want the setup.
No. No. Just no.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna be a child about it.
Well,
but if anybody else wants it, I'll gladly send it. But AJ needs to beat me on his own.
Really childish.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't do the same.
I would not.
Why?
Well,
no, you would send me a setup that wouldn't be the one you're running.
I'm not good at setups anyway. I'm terrible. I just drive the damn things. You know that.
Well, that's no joke. That that summarizes me and you's racing career together.
Oh,
Hey,
Brennan shared a set with me.
oh, oh, come on, Brandon. That ain't even cool.
So Brennan, who is a tenth quicker than everybody. He's run a 12.3, and I'm sitting on a default setup at 12.6. And Brennan says, "I'll share my set with you."
See, karma sucks, man. This is why I need to just be nice. God.
That's good shit.
Well, yeah, well, no, it's where the hell were we? Now I'm all pissed off that you got a setup that's gonna go wax my ass.
Well, we'll see if I don't tear the wall down. We were just finishing up the Indianapolis thing, which I think I think we can all say commercial success. The only thing that worries me is when we do this the worst problem you have in local or short track racing is favoritism. So when you have issues like, oh, we're gonna shorten the event, and some people know and other people don't, and it can cause problems. And like you said, it doesn't tarnish the event. It's not gonna tarnish the event, but I've seen USACs fuck up so many good things. You know what I mean? It's like it's historically it's easy to ruin short track events, so that it's just worrisome, But by all means, everything was fine. It's very unfortunate that they had to shorten the event, because the event would have been much bigger and more grand had they not. But you got to do what you got to do. At the end of the day, you had to run the damn race, and you didn't have time to run all of them.
Well, right, and I think me and you both know like Indianapolis history pretty well. I mean, USAC got basically blacklisted from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for fucking up scoring the 97 500.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm not insulting anybody that works with USAC right now, okay? Because I'm just saying historically, it's not a fucking great record.
No, it's not. But this group of people at USAC though, been phenomenal, because Levi Jones gives a shit. Kirk Spridgen, he gives a shit. Foreman gives a shit. Stacy gives a shit. They all care, and they all want the best for the racing series. And it shows, because, like I said it a couple weeks ago, you go to a USAC race now, and it feels like an event.
Right.
And where before it never used to. It just felt, cool, it's a non-wing sprint car race, neat. Now it actually feels like an event. And in this, probably felt like a much bigger event than anything. I'll go next year to go see it. I'm kind of gun shy on one-off races anymore. Cough, cough, Indy indoors. But even that was a cool event. It just sucked. It went till 4 a.m. and had to about die of carbon monoxide poisoning 3 or 4 times.
Right.
But no, I'm glad it'll be back. They haven't set a date, but I've got a feeling that there's going to be a rain date next year at some point, or at least I hope there is, because that'll be a very, very, very cool thing to keep watching it grow, and I think it'll just get bigger year after year. I think honestly we've always talked about what would happen if you had a small 5th-mile racetrack in Indiana and you ran it, I don't know, sometime not during the Chili Bowl. Could you get a Chili Bowl type field?
Well, they did it.
Yeah, I mean, they got 100 and something midgets, which, probably a solid 60 of them could have won the race easily.
I keep wrecking.
I know, I'm watching you. I think it's going to be you only got 30 seconds too before we qualify these things.
Oh, really? Okay, well.
But no, I think it'll be a good event for the long haul, as long as they keep doing it. I love the fact that Doug Bowles is so open about loving short track racing, and even if there's not, we talked about this years ago, even if there's not a hole for a short track guy to get there, at least make him think like he's got a shot. Those guys race in front of a ton of NASCAR people. NASCAR people. It's just Stewart, Stewart in the chat, that was good. He's somebody came in and said, "What's up, y'all?" And he said, "Stiff dicks and helicopters." So I like it. I like it. That's good. I'm gonna have to remember that one from now on. But no, I think we're gonna be in for a treat over the next few years, and hopefully next year with scheduling, there'll be a rain day, or hopefully there won't be a goddamn monsoon blow through.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the main piece. Oh God, I just spun it out qualifying. Um, but I think it'll be a good event. I want to see more. I wish they were going to do more. I don't see really how. The logistics of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway don't necessarily promote good short track racing feel. So having just big events there makes all the difference in the world. Wow, I'm slow. But no, I think it's going to be a good deal. There's a lot of actually good races coming up here this weekend. Friday, Terre Haute, because Terre Haute's just Terre Haute, and Terre Haute's badass. And then you got Hobstadt on the same weekend. Man, we got a big ass field of race cars in this thing. And AJ just wadded it up. I just heard that, and it was awesome.
Yep.
But tomorrow night, actually, or Wednesday night this week, September 12th, depending on when you're listening to it, is Lasserville for the World of Outlaws. It's the show that was supposed to be going on, I think, in like March.
How the fuck did I turn a 12.5? Oh my gosh!
Well,
I spun out on my first lap. I had to go backwards and turn around. I don't know. I don't know how that just worked. That's fantastic.
well, good for you, because I am terrible. Terrible. March. It was supposed to be in March. Man, dude, I don't know how they're getting 12 threes. I couldn't tell you. They're just way better than me.
Yeah.
No, I think somebody just asked, does $50 tickets and $9 beers cut down on the grassroots fans at IMS? Yes. Because I think there was a lot of people this year that went paying that money knowing that it may never happen again, and you want to be part of that event. So I completely understand it. Next year, though, do you get that many people there at that same price? I really don't know. I don't think so. When you can go to Putnamville, two people can go to Putnamville and sit in the stands, eat a burger,
What
and
an unexpected
for
pleasure.
$20, $25. That would pay for half of one night's ticket at Indy. So I mean, they have to do something, in my opinion, to get it, because it's not like the place is small. I mean, I think they said the grandstands holds like 3,000 or 5,000 people or something like that. I think they said the overall attendance for both days was like 13,000 people for both days total.
It's pretty
So
fantastic. You don't get that at any other short track event. I mean, unless you're talking like big time, big events. It's just not. It's not something that you see. You don't see that many people, and those aren't all short track people. There's plenty of
no,
NASCAR people, IndyCar people, lots of people there that are outside of their element, because it's a one of a kind event. Mr. Lube, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the Night's Watch. But it was a good deal, and it worked, and God willing, they'll continue to do it, and it's a complicated thing. They've got to pay for the overhead they put into it. There's all kinds of things that goes into it, and they want to see that it will succeed, so that they can bring it back. If they don't believe it'll succeed, you'll never see it again. So they had to do certain things this time that they wouldn't do normally.
yeah. I mean, and I think that was one thing that that Robin Miller said in his article, that he even mentioned that was just not a short track priced deal. So I got a feeling next year we're going to see a little bit different ticket structure. Maybe not. Maybe I think they're going to go more the short track route of how, quote unquote, we do things, which may not be the right way, but I think it's going to be something that more people are going to get used to. But speaking of tickets, Placerville tomorrow, World of Outlaws. It's going to be on Dirt Vision, obviously, because Dirt Vision's awesome. I love you guys, especially Ross. He's great, and Justin with. But the Dirt Vision guys will have it on there. Placerville, if you've never seen it, is a badass little joint. It's like a quarter mile, and it's got a dirt wall. Like it's just like cut into a hill. It's just dirt. It's badass. The racing's been every video I've ever seen. I've never seen anything live there, even on like live streamed. So I'm looking really, really forward to seeing that tomorrow. I guess they're having a big old party out there right about now. Like Tim Duggar's there, and they're probably drinking a buttload of beer. So that'll be good.
We have got a ton of people participating in this race. There is like 30 to 40 cars.
Well, it's got a 40 car max, and it's pretty much full, and I think only 3 or 4 guys have left.
Yeah, we got a lot of people participating here, so this is definitely something y'all want to get involved in if you're iRacing on dirt. Want to be hanging out with us and having some fun here, totally free, having a good time and getting ready to start heat races, which looks like are 10 laps long, and we are inverting six positions from qualifications, so that's going to put me heat 4 6th. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah,
but
you have fun with that, buddy.
I'm coming to the front, man. I'm undefeated in these things, so I'm going.
What do you mean you're undefeated in these things?
I mean, I won last week. Come at me, bro.
Okay. Well, okay. I know there's a couple guys that are pretty fast that sandbag this deal too. I know damn good and well that's the case, that they sandbag.
It happens.
Hey, I'm fine with it. If you can sandbag, every time I tried to do that shit, I fucked up so bad and missed the invert by like 10, and like all the time. It was bad. But AJ, you going to the 4 Crown?
My plan is to go to the 4 Crown. It's
This is the golf clap you're getting, folks.
It's typically an event that I like to hit. I probably will only do Friday or Saturday.
Saturday you can see everything. Friday's only World of Outlaws, which I'll be there with Wilson, and then Dallas sandbagged. Don't even let him think anything.
Hold on a second. You're saying that
Friday,
the Outlaws are staying Saturday?
No, Friday is only World of Outlaws. Right. Saturday is the All-Star Circuit of Champions.
Okay, well that's not terrible. Okay.
So you've got the All-Star Circuit of Champions, USAC, all 3 divisions. It's badass. So the Silver Crown race kind of sucks because it's usually rubbered up and it's a piece of shit, but it's still a champ car, and I love champ cars because they're just cool. But I know I'll be there with Wilson Friday night with the wing car, and then Saturday with the wing car and the Silver Crown car. So stop by the Wilson pit and buy a T-shirt and have a beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hanging out there. I wanted to go to the World, and that didn't turn out. So, but they're redoing that two nights in October. So hopefully that won't be too cold. Gonna get up there for that. But yeah, my schedule. What week is the damn 4 Crown? It's not this week. It's the week after.
Next week.
Okay, all right.
So no, not next week. Week after.
2 weeks.
Yeah. It's a.
Ooh, Brennan on the top taking it. He's got
God.
3 of them. Oh, don't even give him a lap, son.
Oh, that's
6th to 1st.
Wow.
He did it. A little bit of contact there, but he did it.
God. Okay, I can't do that. I can't do that.
That was a Rico Abreu there.
Yeah, that was dirty what I just saw. But no, the 4 Crown, it'll be not this upcoming weekend, but the weekend following. Tomorrow night or Thursday night, I don't even know what day it is. Thursday night, Anderson's got pavement pounding sprint cars, which that's always a good time. Anderson's got pavement sprint cars Thursday. You got Terre Haute on Friday. You got a ton of racing going on this weekend. So wherever you're living, get out to a racetrack unless you're in North Carolina, like a couple people in chat right now. Don't float away and hope everybody's, good when the hurricanes come through.
Yeah, we're dealing with a lot of that crap right now.
Yeah, that's what flooded us out last weekend, but we're not going to get it near as bad as what they are. So, hope for the best for everybody down in North Carolina. I know that we've got a few people that listen to us down there. So,
Corey in chat mentions a couple years ago we were there at the Four Crown until 3 a.m.
Yep.
And he's not talking about the 24 hours of Eldora. He's actually talking about a different event where I eventually just said, "Fuck this, I'm going home."
Yeah, I didn't go because I saw the forecast and was like, "Nah, we'll be there till 4 a.m. I got to work at 8. We're done.
See,
we're done here."
I think it's safe. It's safe to actually say this. I used to be a diehard race fan, and you know, raced myself. Everything else, I was diehard. That is no longer a thing. I'm not sitting in the fucking drizzling rain to watch a race, and I'm not staying out till fucking 3 in the morning. Okay, that's just not. It's not a thing that I do anymore. So.
Well, I mean, some of us are cheese weenies and some of us aren't.
I will gladly take the cheese weenie status. There are certain things that I will stay up very late for and stand in the rain for. A short track race is not one of them any longer.
Well, and I mean, I get that, but I don't think, and really, truthfully, there's probably not a lot of people that are.
No,
honestly.
which is why we don't have a hell of a lot of short track fans, because they have to fucking sit through a lot of bullshit to see a damn race. I don't care if it's drizzling rain or watering the track and a bunch of trucks running around it, or fucking modifieds crashing 1,600 times.
Okay, so but what do you do to remedy that? Oh no, this is where you're gonna have some expertise, because I don't really care. I want to be out of there by like 10:30 I want to go and get there about 4 o'clock, walk around, have a couple beers, watch the damn race, start at 6 o'clock, and be out of there by 10 or in the pits by 10, and having a post-race beer, and then go the hell home.
That's what I want. Here's the thing. Recently, just last season was my first season as track announcer at Route 44 Speedway. So I stepped over to the other side, and these people leased the speedway from the owner. $1,000 a week. It was the cost to just be able to be there, okay? And then you got to put the show on, you've got to buy the food, you've got to do all this shit, okay? So I watched these people learn as they went, and the first couple of nights were horrendous. I mean, I was running race control and announcing and doing some scoring, like it was rough. But they consistently got better. And one thing, you learn when you're on that side of things, you learn that it's not simple. It's not a simple mathematical equation to figure out what works and what doesn't. Okay, main thing is you want to get done at a good time, so you say, okay, don't run too many shitbox support classes. But guess what? The shitbox support classes is what's paying your purse. That's what's getting the money into the purse to pay the damn drivers, okay? So you're not going to be able to pay the sprint car guys unless you've got the bomber and modified guys paying their way in, because the people they bring to the track into the pits is going to pay that damn purse. So you've got to find a balance of how many classes you run and everything like that. My main thing is track prep and how you run it throughout the night. I'm sick of watering the fucking racetrack every 5 minutes for literally no reason, okay? Don't water the damn racetrack unless it's dangerous. Typically, you have better races on dry racetracks, okay? And if you're not having a good race, water whatever lane is not working, okay? So if everybody's on the bottom, water the fucking top. One of the coolest things, like I never thought I'd go to a tractor pull, okay? Never in my life, okay? I'm fucking hillbilly. I'm not that hillbilly.
Tractor pulling. Let's take $100,000, make something go real fast, and add a bunch of weight to it, make it go real slow.
I've
never understood tractor.
I went to a national tractor pull, the NTPA, whatever it is, okay? The big one. And those fucking guys run a show, man, okay? They have to run track prep after every single run. But I'll be goddanged if they aren't following the damn tractors down the line with a grader or whatever they got to do. If they got to drag the damn thing, whatever they got to do, they they just run that damn thing, and you're out of there in 2.5 hours. And they run 16 different classes and all kinds of, like, seriously. All right, buddy. But I mean, take pages from those type of events. Find out how to make your track last the entire evening. If it doesn't, keep it to a minimum. Find a balance. Car classes, all the car classes are down, man. Tracks are cutting car classes because the car counts are down. So then, you're wrecking, and the races are taking long, and they only got 4 or 5 cars in the damn race. I sat there and watched a street stock race, $1,000 to win. They had 6 cars, and they crashed. It took an hour and 15 minutes to run it. But these are the things that you got to do. You have to. It's really, really hard. But there is literally nobody that suffers to watch entertainment than a freaking dirt track fan. It really isn't.
Well, and I guess that's where my problem comes from, because it's like nothing pisses me off more than a track going, all right, sprint car's the mud pack, sprint car's the engine heat, and then you go out there and it's blowing dust while you're rolling around there. I already know I'm going to be pissed off by the end of the night. I hate dust. Dust sucks. Dust sucks so bad it pisses me off to no end, and it'll always piss me off to no end. But
I'm fine with dust as long as the drivers can see. I don't give a shit. I don't care if it's not dangerous. I don't care, because they're gonna race. It's gonna be fine. And like, my main thing is, if you don't start fucking hot laps on time.
Oh no, that wears me out. If you say hot laps are at 6:30, by God, you better be in the lane at 6:15.
And I swear to God, I don't care what track it is. I don't care what frigging class, anything. If you are the main class at that track on that night, you hot lap first, and whatever that main class is thinks they're hot shit, and they never show up. So you call for them. You're like, okay, UMP Modifieds, you're to the shoot. Your race starts in 5 minutes. It will be 15 fucking minutes before you see one fucking modified fire its goddamn engine. Okay? That drives me crazy. There should be cars on track exactly when you say you're going to start, and that program should run the same all the way through the night. And if you are not there, I love the World of Outlaws. Blow that fucking horn. If you're not there, you are going to miss the show, baby, because I don't care.
USAC does the same thing, and I love it. You got an 8-minute horn. When that thing goes honk, honk, you got 8 minutes. When it honks, you got 4 minutes.
You know what? That's even too much warning. If you're not ready for your fucking race, if you're not paying attention,
that's not too much warning.
I want one guy in the lane. He yells, "Let's race!" And if you're not in the fucking chute, you don't get to run. I don't care if there's people standing down there. If they're there before the cars, you run a fucking foot race. That's how I feel about it. Why? Because we don't have any short track fans, because you fucking sit there forever. It's boring.
So, all right, yeah, that's how we're going to do the dash lineups now. One-legged potato sack races down the front.
Run them like they ran fucking Le Mans, man. You know, they stood the drivers across the track. They said go, and they ran to the cars, and none of them buckled in, and they fucking drove off. Run it like that. If you tell them it's time to race them. I don't care.
Well, and I'm in agreement with that. And Kokomo did that one night. They kept calling guys for hot laps. They kept calling sprint cars for hot laps, and nobody went. He goes, if you guys ain't here in 30 seconds, you ain't hot lapping. So by God, 30 seconds went by, and he come over and he goes, all right, stock cars, come on up. Sprint cars apparently don't want to run.
Hey, I mean,
so they didn't hot lap. So they like, I'm all for that shit. That's how it needs to be. And me and AJ are in the same heat race. This is going to go terribly wrong.
Joel Clancy actually wants to go into line penalty, just so you know.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I mean that's my thing. You just, we kill so many events. So many fans are turned off because of the bullshit that goes on or doesn't go on, and then we wonder why short track racing is a fucking, it's a small thing.
I mean, I've taken like if I get a date with a girl, if I always like to take her to a race with my jackass friends, because if the chick can make it through that, she can pretty much make it through anything.
Well, yeah, not like you're scaring her or anything.
No, if you break them in early and just get all the scary shit out of the way, you just introduce her to Hampton and you will have no worries if she sticks around. But like, there's been numerous times we've gone and they're like, what are we waiting for? Like, well, they got to do that. They got to go, they're running the track back in. Well, why the hell are they going to do that? They just did it. Like, okay, well, that's the kind of feedback that people need to get. I hate track prep during events.
Oh, yeah.
You should prep the racetrack. I don't care if it's too heavy right off the bat. Just go.
Yep.
This is going to get ugly. This is going to get real ugly real quick. Oh, I about run over somebody. So this is the part of the podcast where we just kind of quit talking to y'all for a minute. Because... Oh. I got to get around AJ, and this pisses me off. Brandon's going to have to send me that damn setup. Because
I'm actually not running it. I'm running stock because I didn't... I needed to change the gear, and I didn't have time. I was talking. So...
yeah, you were on a pretty good caribou type ran.
This is the challenge here. This is the challenge because... and like, as you know, we're streaming on Twitch, and I have streamed on Twitch for a couple years now. Actually racing and performing at a level that's not stupid while talking is complicated.
As AJ takes the fucking lead.
Yeah, I was talking while I did it. No big deal.
And, like, yeah, this, god damn it, pisses me off that you're so much better than me. Like,
I've got a literal year on you on iRacing.
Well, I know, and but that's the thing. I gotta keep putting into perspective. I've had iRacing, I shit you not, like maybe 2 months. Oh, suck it, AJ.
Yeah, leader just got taken out, baby.
Hey, it's fine.
Now he's flipping in front of everybody.
Yep. That's
oh
okay.
my god, he killed my car! I got meatballed!
Oh, you got meatballed. Somebody's gonna have to run the meat.
Lap cars, baby. This is what happens.
That's racing, man.
Actually, I think we all transfer because I think some people left. Is it fast repair?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, well, hell, I'll just go.
I'm trying to get around this guy here, but I can't do it. Oh, Scott's... Oh. We about just decided to run over our Dickie.
That kind of sucks, because I was... I was just leading a fucking race. Lap car got me.
Hey, that's okay. You can come from the tail.
That's right, I will.
You can come from the tail.
How long is this feature?
Oh, it's not long. It's not long. I want to say... I don't know, to be honest with you. How many people are still left? Dude, there's still quite a few people in here. You might have to run a beat.
No, because I finished 4th. I think they transfer 6.
Oh, okay.
So it just happened that our heat...
Okay, yeah, it skipped the consi, so we're good.
Feature inverts 12. Watch it put me on the pole. Watch it put me on the pole, because I finished 4th. Billy's plan just backfired, everyone. It's all fucked. He's going to set me on the goddamn pole.
Oh my god, I'm so frustrated. So frustrated. This is terrible.
Oh,
this is terrible.
That's too good. That's too good.
Man alive. No, dude. Oh, Brennan, I'm trying that shit in the feature. Don't you worry, bud. Yeah, we're doing that in the main. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So I got a setup, but no, this is just, I don't know, one of those fun shows that, why not? Like, there's no structure, there's no format. I've had like 5 people go, so what kind of format you guys looking at? There isn't one.
Yeah, it changes. It changes every week. Week 1, we were really structured. Week 2, we had Jacob Wilson and Connor Daly. Week 3, we're just doing some opinions and talking about what we're racing on iRacing. The main idea is we want to try and give you routine shows and get everybody involved, because the more that people get involved, the more fun these are going to be. And we want to race with you. We want you to get on here and talk to us, and we also want you.
And next week we're gonna have Matt Moore, who he gets around here pretty good in a midget, and then we're gonna have Matt Moore and his car owner, the man from they're calling him the Racers Realtor, Mr. Hergott. Okay. He's gonna be on. He's the one that basically got Matt in a midget out here, and I'm sure they've got some plans coming up. And Hergott started helping a lot of different people. Kobe Barksdale got a set of shocks. Speaking of Oklahoma guys, I got to tell a story real quick. If you don't follow me on Twitter, then you probably didn't hear it. But I asked Kobe, because Kobe Barksdale went back to Oklahoma for a while to go visit his parents and go race his dad's sprint car. So I sent him, tagged him in Facebook and just said, hey, while you're out there, you should totally bring me some Whataburger spicy ketchup. Because if you've never had Whataburger spicy ketchup, then you have no idea what you're missing. It's fantastic, and it's the greatest ketchup in all the world. It's better than Heinz, and I stand by that statement. Well, he said, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. So a few other people chimed in. They're like, oh, yeah, you can get it at Texas grocery stores. And yada. I'm like, well, that's cool. I'm not in Texas. And then yesterday at work, I get a notification from the girl up front that says, you got a package. I'm like, oh, I don't remember ordering anything. So I go up front, and it's an Amazon envelope. I open it up. There's a bottle of fucking ketchup in it. And no return address on it, so I have no idea who sent it. And it kind of creeped me out for a minute, and then I realized it was sealed, so I ate some today, and it was delicious. So if you sent me...
Dallas is upside down.
So, Uh-oh.
Lap 10, running second in the Consi.
I think they take everybody. I'm not really even sure why we ran it, but I mean... Why not?
Yeah.
But, hey, it's laps. Who cares? We got an hour. Eat it. But yeah, I'm worried about who sent me the ketchup. I need to find out who sent me the ketchup, because that's like, I don't know. I mean, I've never had a stalker before, and I always thought if I did get a stalker, it'd be like some, like, I don't know, big boob blonde or something like that, or like a redhead with long legs or something.
You were just really hopeful is what you were.
Oh, extremely hopeful. But I didn't really realize that it would be ketchup. Would be... Oh, I forgot to load that setup.
There are worse things.
Well, I mean, there's worse things, but I mean, I just, figured, hell, maybe, here, okay. Yeah, I just figured it wouldn't be a bottle of ketchup, that's all I'm getting at.
You've just heard the Troy Cruz story for so long that you hoped there was some woman that was going to buy you an engine.
Yes, and Matt Jennings. Didn't Matt Jennings get an engine too?
I think that was the next guy she went to, so yeah, I believe so.
Oh god, this setup is amazing.
Oh
it's
shit.
A little free.
That guy pulled out in front of everybody.
But yeah, what the moral of that story was there was a chick that lived around here that was like hard up to find a dude. So she told everybody that she would buy him an engine if they'd, like, marry her.
$30,000, yeah.
Yeah, like a good late model engine. So I was like, I mean, I'm kind of dating AJ's sister right now. Kind of engaged, but, I mean, sprint car engines ain't cheap.
I don't think she was really bad looking either.
No,
and Troy's good looking, man.
Well, I mean, he's no Steve Casebolt.
I disagree.
Steve Casebolt's way better on Twitter.
Well, we're talking looks, son.
Yeah, I also equate a girl's Twitter policies in the way that she works Twitter into her personality. Because if you suck on Twitter, you probably suck at everything else. To be fair.
That logic is just really poor.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it was really poor. I think it's sound logic.
Well, I mean, typically, you know what? I'm not gonna go there. Let's keep this PG.
What do you mean you're not gonna go there? Oh no! Come on! Don't be a wuss.
Typically, you want a girl that's got some of those skills.
Well, okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that one. Oh no, Mr. AJ missed the invert.
Yeah, I did.
He
It's
started
16. That's fine. That is fine. I'm coming.
Joel Clancy, end of the where is he at? He moved into line.
The goal in
who was that needed one?
Jordan Semantis.
Got it. Moved into line. All right. So, but yeah. Oh, Jordan needs an end of line too. Oh, come on. You were good in the heat race.
He wants to make it complicated.
wants to make it interesting. I can appreciate that.
We 25 laps of fun here.
Yeah, it's going to be 25 laps of probably riding around under caution because I didn't realize it was only a 25 lapper. This should have been like a 50.
We got to miss the crash. Got to miss the crash.
Well, that's going to be the key. But no, I think we got a good little thing going here. We next week we got some good people. Cody Sommer from Mansfield is going to be on here probably in the next month or so. We'll probably get Wilson on. We'll probably get Wilson on again. We'll probably get Wilson on again after the Four Crowns. So, and if there's anybody that you want to see, let us know, and I'll get them. I mean, I got Connor Daly on like an hour's notice.
That is you that's sideways on the front stretch.
Yeah, I got water. Whoa!
Somebody just run over top of me under yellow.
Daddy!
What, bub?
There's a spider in the house!
Oh, no.
But, no, I think, yeah, I'm going to give...
What happened to you, by the way?
I got ran into. So this is turned into a mess.
I hope I don't have too much damage off of that little yellow fiasco.
Watch out, and that's the problem with Kokomo right now.
Why did they get me?
That's the problem with Kokomo right now, is the way that the pit lane is structured. If you go by...
Oh, they're crashing under yellow.
Benjamin Sandy needs a wave. AJ, you're gonna have to cut this. You're gonna have to cut this out of the podcast.
No, baby, this is live and lovely. We're going green. I'm in turn 1.
No, we're delaying the green. Yeah, we're gonna get lined up as best we can, and then we're gonna basically run this thing out. So once we go green, we're green.
I don't know what the problem is. Like the leaders are.
Well, it's the pace car. Just run it out. Yeah. So I had this earlier today when we were Kokomo. The pit lane is so small that the pace car, like depending on where it comes out, the field gets screwed up. So that's something iRacing does have to fix. Like, and jeez,
wow, that's a big flip. I don't know who that was.
That was me.
Flipped into the pit entrance in turn 1 here at Kokomo.
Well, yeah, that was the plan. We were gonna run it out. So But anyway, yeah. This race has gone to shit, man. Real quick.
I think we're good this time, though. I think pace car looking good.
Yeah, I think we're good now. When we go back green, run it out, and if you don't know what that means, it means ignore the yellow and race. So, yeah.
This is
That guy's taking this way too serious.
Oh, this is iRacing though. People like this is like the
Oh,
for
dude.
real.
Like it honest to God almost bothers me. Like I'm cool with like racing and having fun, but like good grief. Like it annoys me though when some guys get really fucking serious at it and like take it way too serious. I mean, I get mad. I get super mad. Everybody that's played this with me knows that I get pissed off. But I only get pissed off on things that I should get pissed off on. Like when guys run into me and shit like that. But other than that, hell, it's a video game. Have fun with it. That's what this is supposed to be. And then you just got absolute mayhem going on.
Well, the pace truck's on the track and we're fucking racing around them.
Well, who cares? Just go. It don't matter. It ain't gonna kick you. Oh.
I tell you what, the midgets are better, man. They're just like you have to race them. You're on the brake. There's all kinds of stuff.
No, the midgets are probably honestly the most fun thing on this game now, because if you guys don't have iRacing, the wing sprint cars are badass because they work like a wing sprint car now. The setups are just weird. But the midget is awesome. It feels about perfect. But the damn non-wing sprint car sucks. The non-wing sprint car is terrible. It is literally the worst car on this game.
Oh shit. Guy in front of me just flipped this guy.
I'm really not going to worry about clearing a black flag. I guess I will. Since I'm here, I'll be nice.
It's good when participation makes it hard.
I'm just clearing everybody's penalties if you're in the top 5.
Shit.
No,
I just spun and flipped in front of the field.
Welcome to everybody else on this game. Welcome to everybody else on this game. Terrible. But no, while AJ's still running, and that was a good break for him to cut this shit out or cut the race part out.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah. And in fact, I'll lead into it with this. Well, we had to cut the race out because it went to shit. So here's the end of the show. We had
a lot of fun.
Oh, dude, we always have fun. But if there's anybody that you guys want to hear from, that you guys want to, well, I mean, I can't, can't guarantee anybody, but we would definitely do our best to, definitely do our best to get them on the show, because we want this to be interactive. The more that we go, I'll tweet out the, somebody just got ballparked. Dallas got DQ'd filing a protest against the moderator. No, I'd like to get some, I'll put out the Discord link. I think we can get KTJ on here. I think we can get KTJ. I think we can do that. See, there you go, Jordan. Now you're talking. I'm probably going to run some pickup races here while we wind this down. McDougal's another one. I was trying to get him on tonight, but he's been kind of busy with everything that's going on. So he's actually got some cool news coming out, I think. So keep a watch out for that. And see, there you go, Jeff. took second. Hell of a night. But no, I think we'll probably just shut her down here because this is about the time when AJ's children start beating the shit out of each other.
Hope to God they're asleep actually, because that's typically this is bedtime at the Job house. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, Swindell, which one? Kevin? I've played Fortnite with Kevin. I might be able to get Kevin because I know Kevin's got iRacing, so he might be okay. I'll see what I can do. Because yeah, me and Kevin's wife she got mad at me once. She got like real mad at me once, all because I probably could never honestly get Swindell because like Kevin, I don't mind. Like there's some shit he says that just like, oh my god, that was. But there's a lot of stuff that's funny. So, but like his dad, oh boy, I'm not a Sammy guy. I'm just not. I'm not a Sammy guy. I've never been a Sammy guy for like. I'm 34 years old. For like 34 of those years, I've not been a Sammy guy. So it's not anything.
You don't get along with wives anyway. You know, I mean, like in general.
No, I didn't get along with my wife. I didn't get that's not true. I get along with a bunch of people's wives. Not like that, people. Not like that. Not like that. But I get along with people's wives. Mothers love me though. So maybe I should get Amy on here. Mothers love me.
Okay, yeah, that's a little better.
But I think no, McDougal's one. Kevin's been on the show in the past. I'm sure we could get him again. He's always good for some sound bites. Oh, dude, that race was jacked up. Like Kokomo, the problem with Kokomo is the way that the pit lane is. That when it comes out, if it pops out like at a certain point, half the field goes a lap down. So it's damn. Okay, that's the one. That's who I need to go get.
Who?
Diane Wilson. Mama Wilson. Mama Wilson would kill on this thing.
She'd tell it like it is.
And I love Mama Wilson. Holly Shelton, man, Holly Shelton wouldn't be bad because nobody really hears of Holly Shelton. Like I don't know if I've ever heard Holly Shelton talk. No, Diane would be a good one. Holly Shelton would be a good one. Kevin would be a good one. Kevin Swindell would be a good one. I do definitely want to get McDougal on here because he's done a few things with USAC before, but never really done. I don't think he's really done a big podcast before where he's had to like talk for an hour, so that's kind of tricky. He doesn't talk very much. Pretty good at Fortnite though. Aaron Fry is one that I definitely would want to have on because we could honestly. That might be one that we would have to get on at like do on like a Saturday during the winter at like 6 a.m. and let her rip all the way through midnight because Aaron could go for hours telling stories.
I need to talk to him. I need a job.
That would mean you're not going to be home at 3 a.m.
Well, you know.
But hey, the Boss Sprint Car Series is pretty badass. Just throwing it out there.
So, that's going to be it for us tonight, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for participating. Had a lot of people in the iRacing lobby tonight. A lot of people through the chat. And just having a lot of fun. We're trying to get these things up and going. And, you know, we'd like to hear from you as well. So, definitely get involved. Like we said, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, all kinds of podcast apps we're on now. SoundCloud is where everything is hosted. So, you know, you can listen on the go, you can listen live, you can participate in the race, you can have fun, and have your say as well. So definitely get involved in the shows. There's going to be more coming soon. And we love having you here, that's for sure. It's a lot of fun to do these.
Well, yeah, and that's why we're doing it. You know, podcasts are always, you know, whatever. Some of them are hem-hawed. Some of them are just kind of, very scripted, very structured. I like to get guys on that are going to have a good time with it, you know, that aren't afraid to let loose. And there's actually talks. I don't even know if I told AJ's this, where me and Jacob are actually talking about doing a secondary podcast at some point. Not all the time, but every once in a while, we're thinking about doing one where we just basically do dumb shit, like eat ghost peppers or drink a lot of beer or the drink a lot of beer thing's a normal thing anyway. But there's a lot of cool stuff coming. So follow us on Twitter, AJ. I had a good time, and let me know who sent the damn ketchup. I need to know who sent the ketchup because it's still weirding me out. It was
Yeah,
delicious, and I appreciate it, but somebody needs to tell me who sent the damn ketchup.
I just want to be clear. If you have any gifts to send, at Game of Jobs on Twitter, I'll give you all my information. You can shower me with any sort of affection that you're looking to.
You know what though? You know
give.
what though? I honest to God, that at first it really freaked me out, and then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I've got a really, really good group of friends. Like, if you're willing to Amazon Prime somebody a bottle of ketchup,
There you go.
that's a pretty good friend. Racing's a good community, so you know, be happy you're part of it. And if you're ever at a racetrack and you know we're going to be at, I usually tweet out where I'm going. I'll be at Anderson on Thursday this week, and then looks like Putnamville on Saturday. So if you guys are stopping in, hey, come on in and come on over and see us. I'll be somewhere tomorrow, Thursday. Hell, I don't know. We might be racing, we might not, but I'll be walking around on Saturday. We'll be with the Black 51 coil car trying to make coil cars great again. So, and also on the stream you've seen his overlay over the wall photography. Check that out. It's overthewall.smugmug.com. I need to thank him because he's really helped out a lot with images and things in the past of getting different projects up in the air with some hero cards for Little Five for me and things like that. So check out Dallas. Find him on Twitter as well. He's on Facebook too, but mainly Twitter because Twitter's where it's at. Facebook, me, not so much. But check out his page. Get some photos done. I've got I've got one myself, and Josh Hansen's office is like covered in it. So. Jeff bringing the heat. You can get phone cases, vibrators, coffee mugs. You can get whatever you want. You can get whatever you want. But we appreciate you guys coming, and it's been fun.
iRacing peeps, PRL season starts on Monday. If you want to join, hit us up. We can get you in to race in the PRL. We get going Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And
oh yeah,
that is Dirt 360 Sprint Cars. We're at Knoxville on Monday,
and it is fixed setup.
It is fixed setup for those of you that care of that sort of thing. So you can get involved in that as well. That's something that we stream. We don't, of course, podcast that, but we stream it every Monday. Defending champion here, and Billy, my newest teammate. So
who ran sixth in every race they ran last year, because every time he was supposed to start in the front three rows, he got crashed going into turn one and had to come from the tail.
It does happen.
But you know,
want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank everybody for joining us, and we will talk to you next week. Later.